Hi, Wes Lee, and it's great to be back with you for the Mesonet Weather Report. It seems the weather can't decide what season it wants to stay in lately. On Tuesday and Wednesday, we experienced near record-breaking high temperatures. This map shows temperatures on Tuesday were mostly in the high 80s and low 90s. This was 10 to 20 degrees above normal. Next week, we should be experiencing near record-breaking cold temperatures. This is the National Weather Service forecast for April 13th through the 17th. This map is about as blue as you can get. The darker the blue, the higher the likelihood of lower than normal temperatures. They are also showing the risk for hazardous temperatures next week, particularly damaging freezes to be high or moderately high for most of the state. Even far southeast is in a slight risk category. One of our biggest concerns will be wheat damage. This chart from Kansas shows that two things are of most important: how cold it gets and what stage of growth the wheat is in. Down to about 28 degrees, we are usually pretty good. Below that depends on the reproductive stage. The browns in this first hollow stem map for the latest maturing varieties shows that even the panhandle is at a high probability of being well past first hollow stem. Let's hope for nothing below 28. Next up, Gary will give us a rainfall update.
Thanks, Wes, and good morning, everyone. Well, a little bit of a different situation we find ourselves in, but the weather continues no matter what. And so does drought, it seems like. Let's get right to the latest drought monitor map and see what we have. But we still have that part of the far western panhandle in severe drought, almost all of Cimarron County now in severe drought. And now we have that moderate drought starting to spread to the southeast into Texas County. So we're watching that area. We're watching that area in the southwest that had a drought previously for a return of drought if we don't get significant rainfall. The last 30 days, we see the general rainfall pattern, a little over an inch across the panhandle to 2 inches in the western parts of the state to more than 4 inches over in the far east. That's our normal rainfall pattern, it seems like all the time. If we look at the departure from normal for the last 30 days, we see those deficits are almost an inch, in some cases at an inch out in the panhandle, and then some pretty good surpluses across most of the southeastern half of the state from 2 to 4 inches, even up to 5 inches. Let's go all the way out to the beginning of the water year. That starts in October 1st, so we go back to the early last fall. We see just a little bit more rainfall in the panhandle, then we increase as we go from there until we get up into the 30 and 40 inch range out in eastern Oklahoma. We look at the departure from normal for that same time frame, the water year to date. Then we start to see those deficits start to get a little bit larger out in the panhandle, more than 2.5 inches in some cases in the Cimarron County area. And we're luckier than the states surrounding us, at least most of them. If we look at the USDA topsoil moisture map, percent short to very short, this is for last week, we see we're at only 7%. Most of that's probably in the western panhandle. In the middle of spring, our rainiest time of year, so if we need to get rid of drought, it shouldn't be that hard, but it still remains a little bit problematic out there in the western panhandle. We'll keep an eye on that for you. That's it for this time. We'll see you next time on the Mesonet Weather Report.